Alright, it's Christopher Fawcett, and this is a request assigned for Skippy123 to the Moth. The name of this video is How Only Jayus Became TikTok's Most Hated Creator. Let's check it out. Yay.
Thanks to people, and I am so ashamed of myself for using racist rhetoric, and I am so sorry to everyone, but especially to those in the Black community, because only you guys can forgive me for this.
One of the worst I've ever seen. She definitely took notes from the.
I never really cared for this one, this YouTuber.
Public apology following just one of her numerous different TikTok controversies.
What is going on with you white saviors that keep trying to defend Jayus for saying N-word lover, bro? You must say it too.
This is what makes Only Jayus' story unique. Despite having incredibly uncontroversial content,
if you're at a house party and you got a drink in your hand, don't hold it up here by your chest. Try to hold it more down towards your hip. This will make you seem more open and confident, and people will be more willing to come up and talk to you.
She's found herself in a big scandal on the political
TikTok kids really shouldn't watch this person.
The last 3 years.
At this point,
seriously,
people of color should not be following Only Jayus.
Why is Only Jayus more prone to getting involved in these types of controversies? Is it something to do with
she's definitely not for kids?
Critical of her.
I barely text my family back, and I just had to move apartments because my address got leaked, and you're gonna throw a fit because I didn't make you my priority?
After a petition to ban Only Jayus from TikTok garnered over 400,000 signatures, it'd be safe to say that she's a contender for the platform's most hated creator. And while such a title seems unfair without any further information or knowledge, as we go through explaining how this hatred came to be, the reason for this title will become blatantly obvious, and it all began with a tweet made by Only Jayus on the 9th of April 2020, just 12 months after she began posting videos to the website. I
never understood why people use Twitter. I don't have Twitter. I only have Facebook and Instagram and YouTube. That's it.
She's so annoying. Jayus seems like a horrible person. That pushed me to the edge.
Not a horrible person, but
even backwards reality of life.
She's just not my type of content at all.
End up receiving more hate. In the beginning, Only Jayus likely received a pretty standard amount of negative feedback, owing to maybe a slightly annoying delivery, as she mentioned in her tweet. The problem that Only Jayus had was that she really struggled to ignore criticism, and always seemed to give way too much attention to any situation in which there was some kind of negative sentiment against her name. It's going to be a running theme throughout this whole video, but it started with her simple inability to ignore basic negative comments, such as, yeah, I never...
Yeah, that's what I try to do, just ignore the negative comments, delete them. But people say, oh, you like this movie, you like that movie, you suck. I'm like, it's ignoring your comments and deleting it, so... Bye-bye.
Moss had been copying some of her videos word for word.
Did you know that your birth
don't listen to
month
people.
has a huge effect on who you are as a person and the things that could possibly happen to you?
Yo, did you know that your birth month actually has a huge effect on you and the things that can happen to you in your life?
People born in March are way more likely to have asthma, and I can actually speak to this one because my little sister, the only one born in March, has asthma.
People born in March are actually more likely to have asthma. And I can speak to that because my cousin, the only person born in March, has asthma.
Only Jayus would respond to the copied videos in a tweet reading, TikTok creators should be called out when they copy other TikTok creators' videos word for word, alongside a video calling out the Jonathan Moss directly. Jonathan responded by stating that he'd simply found the information on Google, and as a result, Only Jayus was berated and mocked by her audience, with them stating that she was in the wrong for copying the information from Google. This information is from a website. Why are you copying a copier? Copied from Google, then complains when others do the same. Which Business Insider article is this from? There was clearly a bit of an injustice being done here. To state that her information was invalid because it was found on Google has got to be one of the dumbest arguments ever made. What did they expect her to do? Find some old 1850s foundational manuscript covered in dust at the National Library and take her facts from there? Jonathan Moss had clearly copied her videos word for word after Only Jayus had posted them originally, meaning there was no doubt about who copied who.
Well, he's no better than she is then.
Painted as being in the wrong for one simple reason. They knew they could get a reaction out of her if they simply applied enough pressure, which they eventually would. After receiving hundreds of negative comments on her response, Only Jayus would take to Reddit stating, he said that he found it on Google, which I mean he did, but only after watching my video. I'm now getting a huge amount of hate, people saying I'm lying. I copied Google too, I'm problematic, I should be cancelled, etc. I have a hard time dealing with the negativity. I still don't know what to do. I don't think I've done anything wrong. Maybe you do, but honestly, I don't see it. Now, you probably wouldn't go so far as to say that onlyjayus was playing the victim, but she was once again complaining about the circumstances that she had found herself in. And to reiterate the point from earlier, complaining about hate doesn't make it go away, but rather amplifies it, as the audience will look for increasingly petty things to berate you for. With this in mind, it's barely surprising.
I just want to cyberbully you. That's all they want to do.
An old message would be dug up in which onlyjayus had said the N-word, taking center stage as her brand new colossal-sized controversy.
I love you no matter your sex, your gender, your sexuality, your faith, or your race.
Guess that didn't age well, because this you at the bottom calling someone the hard ER, a word used to oppress black people. That's why I don't trust people with savior complexes, bro. I feel like it's always a second agenda behind what you do. If you say it's 2 to 3 years old, you were 20 years old when you said it. The other day, Addison was canceled for old BLM tweets from 2016. Let's see if everyone keeps the same energy. You're a role model to 10 million people.
I don't like her content, but I don't think she deserves all this hate just because she said one thing.
There are a couple of comments
in my opinion.
However,
I mean, there are people who done way worse than she has. I mean, a guy literally killed his own fucking parents because he for no reason. There's worse YouTubers out there than her. Seeing him with one more time is worse than a YouTuber killing people. You people are dumb who hate her. I mean,
alternatively, she could have thrown a real curveball and
stupid
simply
people.
said, "I'm not sorry," which would have actually been respectable, as it's 100 times harder than simply getting in front of the camera and blurting out
say the N-word. Oh, I'm offended.
Expressing the criticism in the short term. However, with a track record like onlyjayus, obviously she did none of these, and rather posted a long, emotionally charged, scripted, generic social media apology, which felt as though it was designed to trick the audience into coming away with a specific feeling, as is usually the case with these types of public apologies.
And there is no excuse, and there are no justifications for what I said, and you guys deserve better. And when I first saw the screenshots, I didn't even think that they were real, because I forgot how hateful and how angry of a person I used to be.
Another YouTuber slash
you're still kind of more angry person if you're freaking out your damn car like that.
And that the apology was simply delivered poorly.
I actually had a conversation, a private phone call.
Sorry guys, I had to itch my arm.
About this situation.
My other arm. That's not holding the camera.
Sorry she was. Again, like I said, I thought she was being genuine. What she produced was rough. It was less than stellar.
Others such as Free the Gemini were less optimistic.
Just
You literally hit us with a Playboy Cardi album. All that suspense just for it to be trash.
Why do you watch people's videos if you don't like them? I never understood that. If you don't like someone's video, then just don't watch their fucking channel. End the story.
Jayus would also lose all of her sponsors, as well as a Netflix podcast she'd been hosting by the name of Know It All. At Tinder, this is what your walking ad is saying. She has a Netflix podcast. Everyone needs to tag at Netflix.
Netflix has cut ties with Jayus. Big dubs.
Just let her do what she wants. She just said one tiny little word.
So she'd end the apology by stating that she wanted to
share my platform with some amazing black creators who are going to tell their story to try and educate others on the trauma that happens when we use this kind of language.
Which would eventually result in her and another African-American content creator by the name of Aunt Karen agreeing to collaborate on onlyjayus' channel. In addition to this, 2 weeks after the apology, onlyjayus would go to the effort of posting a video talking about how she had read a book on anti-racism.
The first book that I decided to pick up was How to Be Anti-Racist by Dr. Ibram Kendi, and this will push readers that think that they're not racist into being something better.
To her credit, she did acknowledge that it was a grift in the title, stating, "I know it might come off as performative, talking about this at the end of Black History Month, but I'm trying to just educate myself and use my platform for good." However, her audience wasn't buying any of the lies. I bet after this video she just tossed the book like it's nothing. That seems like an amazing book for you, but I think you missed some pages. Maybe you missed a few chapters, read it again. But hey, at least she was still in the process of sharing her platform with some other black content creators as she promised, right? Well, no.
So this message is for you, onlyjayus, after your whole N-word debacle. Said you want to collaborate with me. We email, and suddenly you've dropped off the face of the earth. Are black people just tokens for you to use when you're ready to play? If you were really truly sorry about what you said, you would not have lied and said you were going to do something you clearly aren't trying to do.
The TikTok essentially outlined
she didn't do the collab with her?
onlyjayus would ghost this creator by the name of Aunt Karen once everyone had.
You can never trust anyone, I swear.
Now, to onlyjayus's credit, Aunt Karen's call-out was even more pathetic than JS's original apology, because setting up a collaboration with another creator can be incredibly difficult. There's always
it can actually. I mean,
in content style,
even pretty damn difficult, man.
In time zones, the problem of coming up with a video idea that will be a hit with both audiences, what part of the script do I allocate to the other person, etc., etc. Yet, Aunt Karen's argument in the call-out was, because onlyjayus ghosted me, she's therefore a racist.
Why not just be racist? Just say you're racist.
Now, maybe there was some racism involved in the decision.
You never said she was racist.
But it's still a lazy, low-hanging fruit argument designed to create drama out of the highly likely reality, being that collaborations are just incredibly difficult to set up successfully. In addition to this, a feature on onlyjayus's page with over 10 million followers is going to cost a brand probably hundreds of thousands of dollars. And
wow.
despite onlyjayus offering one of these spots to Aunt Karen for free, Aunt Karen still seemed to narcissistically think that she was the one providing onlyjayus with the opportunity.
I really gave you an opportunity. I really said, you know what, Aunt Karen? Let's see what she has to say. Let's see how we can mutually help each other.
Aunt Karen's call-out was entitled and poorly thought out, but not invalid for one simple reason. onlyjayus made a promise. There are obviously exceptions, but most of the time, if you say you're going to do something publicly, you have to follow through with it or people are going to notice. Jayus would initially discuss the ghosting in an Instagram voice message.
So I am sorry for basically ghosting you. I didn't mean to do that. I just have a very chaotic schedule and ADHD on top of that, so I genuinely just forgot. It wasn't me trying to ignore you. You could have just hit me up again.
Sounds like she's making the fucking situation way worse than it has to fucking be.
I don't want to collaborate.
Which will once again receive a response from Aunt Karen, explaining that she had emailed
not JS,
multiple times with no reply.
You're gonna put it on me? In your voicemail, you said I should have emailed you again? April 4th, I emailed you. How many times do you expect me to message you, waiting on you to continuously ghost me?
Now, onlyjayus probably could have left it at that, and the drama would have been over within 4 weeks. However,
but
as
she didn't.
Said most accurately,
for whatever reason, JS doesn't know how to just stop. Like, when somebody criticizes JS responds, and that's the worst thing.
And in classic onlyjayus fashion,
because people keep leaving dumb comments on her videos. Just ignore it.
What are people mad at me for now? Not checking my email.
Oh my god.
I was joking. Forgot to respond to an email from this creator that wanted to collab with me, and instead of just like hitting me up again, they made 7 videos.
Oh my god.
Can you please leave me the
never fucking mind.
I have a diagnosed neurological disorder that makes me forget things and procrastinate due to time blindness. I forget to eat for days. I procrastinate sleep.
We mentioned earlier that the more attention onlyjayus gave to each of these
she has
scandals,
issues.
the more she'd be held
She has serious
for
issues.
petty incidents. Well, after this explosive response, the things that her audience would call her out on were taken to the absolute extreme. For example, she would post this video.
You can get your letters delivered for free without any postage if you just put where you want it to go on the
She was tired as hell in this
where
one.
it's actually supposed to be.
Which would get the post office activists involved with comments such as, yes, please encourage people to do activities that cause the already failing post office to lose more money. Or when she posts this video saying nothing more than what degree she did.
So I got my college degrees in math and computer science, which means that I was never really good at writing.
To receive comments such as, I thought you would have
nobody's perfect, but
sciences. However, it eventually got to the point where onlyjayus couldn't even make jokes anymore without being cancelled. Seriously. On the 23rd of May 2021, onlyjayus would post the following video.
If a service dog ever approaches you but they're alone, that means that their owner is in trouble and they probably can't move, so you should follow him, because you'll get a free wallet.
It was clearly a light-hearted joke, summed up in comments such as, she probably said the wallet thing to lighten the mood of something bad. Obviously, she wouldn't take a wallet and probably knew that most people would. Bro,
people just want a reaction out of you, that's all they want.
However, the rest of our audience simply saw yet another opportunity.
People don't know what, people,
another period of hardship.
Some people don't have good lives, so they choose to take it out on you, or take it out on somebody else, or people are just retarded. Especially people who send hate comments on my fucking videos. Get a fucking life.
I believe this is still up. It's
or don't watch my fucking videos if you don't like me.
Still do it. They could start a trend. What you post on the internet reaches so many people, and some of those people may be inconsiderate.
Yours still is because you have what they don't have. You have stuff that they don't have. That's why.
Take some YouTube and TikTok prank channels for example.
When is it going to be enough to say onlyjayus is not a good creator, should not be followed, and should not be listened to? My child, they are a service dog user. This is not a kind of joke you want to be putting out there. It's not funny to anybody who uses.
Where are you watching her?
With all this in mind, the petition with over 400,000 100,000 signatures to have onlyjayus banned is barely a surprise. She dug herself into a hole by displaying an inability to switch off from the audience after being involved in scandal after scandal after scandal. Sometimes criticism from the audience is genuine and can be spotted easily because it's worded in a constructive way, but a lot of the time, without them even realizing it, people write mean or critical things just to see if you're the type of person to crack, respond, or apologize, as has been the case throughout onlyjayus' entire TikTok career. She's been tested over and over and over, yet has been unable to switch off and let things go whenever she's been put under pressure. As an end result, there's not only a loss of respect, but also a never-ending freight train of negativity and hatred.
So people, that's all they care about now is negativity after negativity after negativity. Nobody can ever get a fucking break now these days, especially on YouTube, I swear. People just have shitty lives and they just want to fuck yours up. But guess what? I'm not that stupid, but you... Yeah, it's not like I'm defending her or anything. I kind of am, because even though I'm not the biggest fan of her, like, get a fucking break. Grow up. I mean, she didn't do anything to you. So what, she said the N-word. There's worse stuff you can do to people. I mean, remember that kid Randy Steer who killed 3 people at a fucking supermarket? Stuff like that is way worse than the crap than somebody calling you the fucking N-word. Seriously, get a fucking life. But with that being said, thank y'all for watching. Take care. See you guys in the next one. Peace.